The Chancellor, Rishi Sunak, is facing calls to reveal his family's financial affairs after it emerged his wife benefits from a tax savings scheme. Hashata Murty has non-dom status, which means that she doesn't have to pay UK tax on income earned abroad. She earns money from shares in an Indian software giant company which was founded by her father. Now, her spokeswoman says that she pays all tax due in the UK, but Labour has called for complete transparency. Now, just to be clear, she apparently hasn't done anything illegal, but the concerns and the calls are whether or not it's moral and ethical and all the rest of it. But Kevin Craig, I find this quite interesting because when people start talking about, well, it's not moral, it's not ethical, I think to myself, well, hang on a second. To me, tax, it's a kind of a legal thing. You pay what you pay, and that's the end of the story for me. Morals and ethics and all the rest of it. I find that a bit peculiar argument, but what do you think?
Well, I'm sorry to sound a bit wishy-washy, Michelle, but this is quite complicated because most listeners and viewers will think, well, what does it actually mean to be a non-dom? And they'll be confused by the idea that basically the wife of a senior government minister with clear ambitions to lead the country, that she considers herself domiciled in India, and that the net effect of that is that she pays less tax when her husband's day job is administering the tax system. I would counsel caution to a lot of people, including in the Labour Party, about being too preachy about this sort of issue. Because, as you say, Michelle, a lot of people with a certain level of wealth do minimise their tax bills, right? Whether they pay themselves dividends through companies, they do all sorts. And also people on, just making it in life in that, getting into the 50 to 100k a year bracket. But the problem here is, I don't know why does she bother with this? I mean, it's a billionaire family, right? They're so wealthy. I mean, what on earth is there to save? And I don't know who said it just today, the optics are terrible. So I think it's an open goal. And of course, the person who's loving this is the Prime Minister. Because a few weeks ago, you had to send out a search party to find Rishi, to get him to come into the aid of the Prime Minister. And now, the gloss is wearing off him, and Boris will be silently loving it. Because you couldn't find him, could you, actually, a few weeks ago?